Hmm. LUB property of real number. Okay. What do you mean by LUB property? Given any non-empty subset of R which is bounded above in R, there exist alpha belongs to R such that alpha is LUB of A. That alpha is LUB of set A. Okay. So do you understand the statement? What does this property says? If you are having any set A which is bounded above, now this theorem LUB property says us that it will always have a LUB. It says the existence of least upper bound. Correct? If your set is bounded above, then you will be having LUB. And you already know LUB need not belongs to the set. Correct? You already seen you have seen so many examples. If you take open interval, then that LUB will not belong to the set. Whenever LUB belongs to the set, that LUB will be maximum or minimum. It will it will called as maximum LUB, and GLB it will called as minimum when it belongs to the set. Okay, so this is the special property. This property is not satisfied by rational number actually. Rational number satisfied all the property, but this property is not satisfied by rational number, and this that's why it is known as order completeness of R. This is known as order completeness. आई थिंक स्टार्ट में मैंने 3-4 प्रॉपर्टी लिखाया था आई विल बी कंप्लीटिंग. ये आई थिंक लास्ट था ऑर्डर कंप्लीटनेस. For if you go back to the notes you will see. So whenever somebody asks what is order completeness property, you can say that LUB property of R, that is given any non-empty subset of R which is bounded above in R, there exists alpha, which alpha will be the LUB. Similarly, can you define for GLB property of R? Can you say something? Can you say something GLB property of R? What will be GLB property of R? Similarly, if you want to say, here you are having a LUB. Yeah, because it is giving me a order actually. You want to say why it is called order completeness? That completeness word. Yeah, actually, later on in TYBSC, you will be learning a topic that is called complete matrix space. This is quite related to that one. That's why. So in now, I won't able to explain you that completeness because we are lack with so many Before that, we want to learn so many things. Then only we will be able to learn that. So now, just you understand order completeness. It is just uh, giving you a order that is whenever you are having a bounded above set that will have a LUB. Whenever you are having a bounded below set that will have a GLB. That's it. Just consider it like that. Order completeness property. Yeah. And set of rational number, I will write maybe the set of rational number Q satisfy all the properties जो भी हम लोगों ने लिस्ट किया था except all the properties of R except this one, that is LUB property. There is a beautiful example for that. If you are having a set x belong to rational number such that x square is less than 2, we'll prove that later on that this set is bounded above in Q and does not have an LUB in Q. Can you see that? What is the bound for this set? You are saying x square is less than 2. What will be the bound for this set? You need to solve this thing first little bit. Can you see? What will be the LUB? Whether LUB is belonging to the set Q. Because as per the definition, as per the LUB property, that alpha must be in real number. Correct? That alpha, whatever you are choosing, this is that's why LUB property of R. Now I want to say that LUB property is not valid in rational number. That means I won't get any alpha which is a rational number, and that is LUB. Can you see this set is bounded above? Can you see x square is less than 2? What are the upper bounds of this set? Whether 2 is an upper bound? Whether 2 is an upper bound for this set, or 3 or 4, whether they are upper bound. First, try to see the elements of this set. What will be the element of this set? You can see like that, or correct. So what are the upper bounds? All root 2 and other thing. Everybody is an upper bound, correct? So this set is bounded above. But what is the LUB of this set? Root 2 is the LUB, but root 2 is not a rational number. But as per the so that's why we will say that this set of rational number does not satisfy LUB property. Okay. Yeah. Next most important property is Archimedean property. These things, whatever I am teaching, you'll be learning everywhere in your TYBSc, and later on if you're doing MSc, then also. So there are two statements for Archimedean property. You can say both are Archimedean property, both are equivalent actually. First one is natural number is not bounded above in R. Okay. So whenever somebody asks what is the Archimedean property, you can say natural number is not bounded above in R. This is the Archimedean property. Okay. And second, both are same, both are equivalent. Okay. Or I should say Archimedean property 1, Archimedean property 2, something like that. So what is the Archimedean property 2? That is given any x comma y belongs to R with x positive, there exists natural number n belongs to, that is n belongs to natural number such that nx is greater than y. These two are the Archimedean property. Let us prove. Okay, shall we start the proof for the first one? You want to prove natural number is not bounded above in R. Do you see first? Can you see that natural number is not bounded above? If you say 5 is an upper bound, then I will give you 6. 6 is bigger than that, and say, that's why 5 is not an upper bound, correct? Do you agree? So shall we start? Let us prove the first one. To prove natural number is not bounded above. Correct? We'll prove this by contradiction. That is, assume, suppose we prove, let me write, we prove by method of contradiction. Contradiction, that means assume that natural number is bounded above. Okay, then लास्ट में अपने को कुछ contradiction मिलना चाहिए. Perfect. What do you mean by natural number is bounded above? Bounded above in R. Perfect. It has upper bound. But as per the LUB axiom, can I say something more? If a set is bounded above in R, then can I say by LUB axiom something else? LUB property, LUB axiom. Axiom property both are same. What is LUB property? If you are having a set which is bounded above in R, then what? LUB of that set exists, correct? So can I say something? By LUB property of R, by LUB axiom, you can say hmm, there which is LUB of natural number. Good. Do you agree? There exists alpha belong to R such that alpha equal to LUB of natural number. Now try to see very properly. What do you mean by that? Since it is LUB, that means what? For any natural number, any k belongs to natural number, what are you having? K will be always less than equal to alpha as per the definition. Do you agree? Yes? Is that okay? Hello? Yeah. Okay. Since alpha is LUB, if I take alpha minus 1, which is less than alpha, then what will be alpha minus 1? अल्फा इज लीस्ट अपर बाउंड. अगर अल्फा से छोटा कुछ लिया तो वो क्या रहेगा? अपर बाउंड रहेगा क्या? सिंस आई एम टेकिंग अल्फा एज लीस्ट अपर बाउंड, अल्फा से मैंने कुछ भी छोटा लिया तो दैट इज नॉट गोइंग टू बी अपर बाउंड. आर यू श्योर फॉर दैट? दैट इज अल्फा माइनस 1 इज नॉट अपर बाउंड. डू यू अग्री? What do you mean by not an upper bound? That means there exists a natural number, correct? There exists, I'll write n belong to natural number such that not an upper bound का मतलब क्या होता है? अल्फा माइनस 1 से भी बड़ा कोई तो एक नेचुरल नंबर है, करेक्ट? That is, there exists a natural number n such that alpha minus 1 is less than that guy. Do you agree? Next, what should I do? Yeah, what should I do now? Should I take minus 1 that side? That is, alpha is less than n plus 1. Do you see a contradiction? Do you see a contradiction? What was my alpha and what is n plus 1? N is natural number, so n plus 1 is also natural number. So do you see a contradiction? Alpha was my least upper bound of natural number, बट अगर लीस्ट अपर बाउंड बोल रहा हो तो जितने भी नेचुरल नंबर लिया तो सब इधर ही आने चाहिए, बट आई एम हैविंग अ नेचुरल नंबर विच इज बिगर देन दैट इज अ कॉन्ट्राडिक्शन. That means what? This is a contradiction. Contradiction, you can say like that, because contradiction to alpha is LUB of natural number. Do you agree? Do you see the proof? How simple it is? Let us go through the proof once again. We started with we wanted to prove. Yeah. So we wanted to prove natural number is not bounded above. So we started by contradiction. That is, assume natural number is bounded above in R. So as per the LUB axiom, if a set is bounded above, then that will have a LUB. So there exists alpha belongs to R. That is alpha is LUB of n. What do you mean by LUB? That is, if you take any natural number, that natural number is going to be less than equal to alpha. So do you see that statement? So what do you mean by that? Now let us see. If I take alpha minus 1, since alpha is my our least upper bound, if I take alpha minus 1, so alpha minus 1 is not an upper bound. What do you mean by not an upper bound? That means there exists n belongs to natural number such that alpha minus 1 is less than n. That means alpha is less than n plus 1. That means n plus 1 belongs to natural number. So as per this statement, what I am saying, every natural number is less than equal to alpha, but this guy is contradicting me. That is, alpha is less than n plus 1. So this is contradiction, as alpha is LUB of natural number. So our assumption is wrong. What was our assumption? Hence natural number is not bounded above. Is that correct? Is the proof clear, everyone? Yeah, good. So shall we start the second one? Just go through the proof once again later on. Let us start the second one. What do I have to prove here? You are given two number x and y belong to real number with x is positive, and there exists n belong to natural number such that nx greater than y. You have to give existence of n. Let me just write the statement once again. That is, what is that? Given x comma y belongs to real number with x positive, there exists n belongs to natural number such that nx is greater than y. ठीक है, ये प्रूफ करना है अपने को. Again, let us do the proof by contradiction. We prove this by contradiction. Contradiction always helps in this real analysis. Okay, that means suppose I am not having any, suppose you wanted to prove there exists a natural number, no? So what will be the contradiction? Suppose there does not exist any natural number, correct? That means if false, then there exists x belongs to positive, x is positive, y is real number जो भी पहले था, such that for each n belongs to natural number, we must have nx less than equal to y. Correct? If you take contradiction, for each what there exist का negation क्या होएगा? For all n belong to natural number such that what is negation of this statement? Nx is less than equal to y. Correct? Do you see? Now you should get some contradiction here. Can you see something? X and y अपने को पता है, and your x is positive. Can I write this n is less than equal to y by x? Okay. And what was my n? N is natural number, and this y by x. Do you see? That means y by n is any natural number, and this y by x is bigger than that. That means y by x is upper bound of natural number. That means natural number is bounded above, which is false. Correct? This is a contradiction. Do you see? This is a contradiction. Do you see that? This guy, see, we started with, we wanted to prove there exist n belong to natural number such that this is true. So we started with contradiction. Suppose इसका negation लिया, that is, suppose for all natural number you are having nx is less than equal to y. That is for each natural number nx less than equal to y. That means n is less than equal to y by x. That means what, n is any natural number and y by x is an upper bound. So y by x is an upper bound for natural number. That means natural number is bounded above, which is false. That means our assumption is wrong. Do you agree? This contradicts our first property actually. Just go through the proof once again. Yeah. See, we started proving this by the method of contradiction. What is the method of contradiction? Whatever is given, you have to take negation of that. That is, the given thing is that there exists n belong to natural number such that nx is greater than equal to y. Correct? So what will be the negation of this statement? There exists की जगह पे आएगा for all n belong to natural number such that nx is less than equal to y. That is now I am considering this thing. That is for all n belong to natural number for each. Oh, I should write here for each. For each n belong to a natural number, we are having nx is less than equal to y. What do you mean by that? That is n is less than equal to y by x. Since we are already given x कोई भी एक positive number है and y is a natural number. This is given to us. We are considering x as a positive. In the question it is given. So if nx is less than equal to y, then n will be less than equal to y by x. This is a contradiction. Good. Just go through the proof, both the proof once again, because we will be using this proof all the time. If you see, and the same technique, हाँ LUB का, this technique will be used everywhere. जो भी ये टेक्निक हम लोगों ने यूज़ किया LUB को लेके, फिर take a number which is less than LUB and that will not be an upper bound like that. I'll be giving one more proof, don't worry. Let me define one more property or one more principle, that is called well ordering principle. Every Yeah, actually these all things are of real analysis only. Algebra used to borrow this thing. Yeah, originally they are from analysis. Every non-empty subset of natural number has a least element. Do you agree? Do you agree? Take any subset of natural number, this will always have a least element. Yes? Yeah, that is the well ordering property. Uh, yeah, let me just prove a beautiful theorem that is most of you must be aware of that. Before that, can you quickly prove that set of integer is now neither bounded above nor bounded below? Can you prove that? This is exercise for you. That is prove z is neither bounded above nor bounded below. Can you prove that? सेम लॉजिक जैसे हम लोगों ने नेचुरल नंबर का प्रूफ किया था, और यू कैन यूज दैट थिंग. So what should you start with? Suppose alpha which is a real number is an upper bound. Correct? Upper bound of z. What do you mean by that? That means give me any z belongs to z such that z is less than equal to alpha. ये स्टेटमेंट से कैन आई से दैट फॉर ऑल z बिलोंग टू नेचुरल नंबर that z is less than equal to alpha? Can you say that? Because natural number तो इसका एक subset है ना, and if you take only positive integers you'll get that set as natural number. So whatever is true for bigger one that will be true for lower one. But as you see this gives a contradiction to us. You are having any natural number, कोई एक बंदा सबसे बड़ा है, that means natural number is bounded above, which is a contradiction. Do you see? Hence our assumption is wrong. Assumption क्या लिया था हम लोगों ने? Suppose alpha is an upper bound. Do you see the proof? So yeah, just wait a second. So z is not bounded above. Yeah, see, I started with I wanted to prove first, the first thing I wanted to prove z, that is set of integer that is not bounded above. Okay, that means what? It should not have any upper bound. So I started with suppose it has upper bound, just like I did in the set of, in the case of natural number. I started suppose it has an upper bound. Do you see? Just I will go back and show you. You see, I started by the method of contradiction, that is suppose it has upper bound, that is suppose it is bounded above, then it will have LUB axiom. The same thing I want to do it here only. That is I wanted to prove, suppose I wanted to prove in set of integer they are bounded, they are not bounded above. I started suppose it is bounded above. If it is bounded above, that means it will have an upper bound. If it will have an upper bound, or you can say that alpha is LUB of set z. So this statement is true, that is for all integer z is less than equal to alpha. Can I say that for all z that is in natural number they will be also less than alpha, since it is true for this guy? Can I say, once this is true, can I say this thing? If something is true for integers, that will be true for natural number also. Yeah, that is what I did. Now you see, this is taking any natural number, that is for all natural number, and you are having an upper bound. That means natural number is bounded above, which is wrong, no? We have already proved, yeah. So that's why z is not bounded above. Can you now prove that z is not bounded below? How will you prove that? You want to prove z is not bounded below. The same logic, huh? You should start with suppose. Will you try? Yeah. You should start with suppose beta is a lower bound of z, correct? Beta is lower bound of z. Then what should I say? What do you mean by lower bound of z? That means give me any z belongs to z, beta is always less than equal to z, correct? Okay. Can you relate this thing with your natural number case? See, lower bound definitely negative होएगा. Do you agree? In the case of integers, जो भी lower bound ले रहे हो, because you are having negative numbers also ना, so lower bound will be somewhere here. Yes. See, for all z belongs to z, this is true. Can I say for all n belongs to natural number? Or huh? Wait, I'll just do one more thing. See, for any n belongs to natural number minus n belongs to z. Do you agree? If you take any natural number, minus n will belong to z. Yes? Okay. Now we are having something which is true for all z. So is this thing true for all minus n? That means why not? Because minus n is an integer and something is true for all integers. I will write that statement again. See, for all z belongs to z, we are having what? What is the condition we are having? Beta is less than equal to z. And now I say minus n, that is set of all negative natural number. You are having natural number, you multiply by minus, then that is in the set of natural number. So can I say like this? For all minus n belongs to natural integer, your beta is less than equal to minus n. Just try to see. Same thing जो भी यहाँ पे किया था मैंने, यहाँ से यहाँ पे गया. Same thing I am doing, just the trickier one. Can you understand? Just take some time. Do not ask anything, just think about it first. Do you agree with this part first? If you are having any natural number, minus n will be in the set of integer and something is true for all integer. That bracket part जो भी मैंने दिया है, this is true for all integer. So can I say that since minus n is also in my integer, so can I say for all minus n belongs to z, beta is less than equal to minus n. Okay, now do you see a contradiction here? What will be minus beta? Greater than n. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? No, 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 no. Think again, think again. What do you mean by this statement, this thing? Your n is any natural number, huh? This implies something. Do you agree? If you are having any natural number and minus beta is bigger one, that means minus beta is an upper bound of natural number. Again, you are having the same contradiction. That is, this guy is saying natural number is bounded above, which is a contradiction. Do you see the contradiction? Just go back to the proof once again. Try to see. You started with beta. Suppose beta is lower bound of z. That means what? For all z belongs to z, beta is less than equal to z. Now I saw something, I try to relate this thing with natural number. I was having any natural number n belongs to natural number minus n that belongs to integer. So I have something which is true for all integer, that something will be true for all minus n thing also, because minus n is also an integer only. So this is true for all minus n belongs to integer. Beta is less than equal to minus n. Next thing, it is giving me a contradiction. So our assumption is wrong. Assumption is wrong. What was my assumption? That is z was bounded below assume किया था हम लोगों ने. So z is neither bounded above nor bounded below. Take some time, think about it. Is that okay? Yeah, good. Just revise this proof once again. Are we having some time? I wanted to prove one more thing. Mm. Oh, this page is done. I'll give one more equivalent definition of Archimedean property. See, the first and second is okay. The third one you can take as if you have any real number. So there exists a natural number which is bigger than that real number. Everything are equivalent. I'll write somewhere if I am having some places. I don't see somewhere. Okay, I'll write here. So Archimedean property, for every real number x, there exists a natural number n such that n is greater than x. Do you agree with this? ऑल द थ्री स्टेटमेंट जो भी मैंने दिया तीनों सेम ही है, तीनों इक्विवेलेंट है. इक्विवेलेंट मीन्स व्हाट? यू कैन प्रूव बाय कंसीडरिंग दिस, यू कैन प्रूव द अदर वन, बाय कंसीडरिंग अदर वन यू कैन प्रूव दिस. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, डू यू एग्री विद दिस? फॉर एवरी रियल नंबर x, there exists a natural number n such that n is greater than x. This is actually same as your first one, that is natural number is not bounded above. Do you agree? Yes. So we'll just quickly use that here. By Archimedean property, I am having this real number. So can I say there exists a natural number n such that, what should I say? Such that natural number will be bigger than that your real number, correct? Do you agree? As per the definition, if you are having any real number, I will always have a natural number which is bigger than that, correct? So what will be 1 by n? That is less than x. Do you see? And this is always less than. Do you see the proof? The first one we have proved. Yes. Do you see the proof? Yeah. Let me give the another proof of the second one जो मैंने पहले दिया था. Let me now prove by using this one, by using this one. If you are given x is positive, y is positive, so we wanted try to see the question. You are having m belongs to natural number such that my is greater than x. Can I see like this? M is greater than y by x by y. Can you see? M is greater than x by y. The same thing I'm just writing like this. Now I have the hint. This x by y is a real number. Now let us try to prove. You'll see the proof is quite easy when you try to use that. So if your x is positive, can I take 1 by y that is also positive? Yeah. Sorry, both are positive. 0 nahi. Can I say 1 by y is also positive? Now can I say x upon y that is also positive? Yes. Now this x upon y is a real number. Can I use by Archimedean property something? Archimedean property क्या बोलता है? If you are having any real number, there exists a natural number m बोलता है उस टाइम में, m such that m will be bigger than that natural number. Do you agree? That means my is greater than x. यही उधर भी था, देखो जो हम लोग ने वहाँ पे. Oh, I need to go back there. Just wait a second. वहाँ पे भी यही था. Where is that? Do you see? My is greater than x. यहाँ पे ये है. So you can write this thing as n is greater than x upon y. And by using first one, you can quickly prove it. x upon y is a real number, by Archimedean property there exists a natural number that will be bigger. That's it. खत्म हो गया. Just you remember this thing, if you are giving any real number you'll be having a natural number which is bigger than that. That's it. यही हम लोग यूज करने वाले in your unit 2 unit 3 everywhere. ठीक है. Yeah. Okay, then thank you so much